So I'm Tori, I'm with the Oracle Technology Network. We're here at JavaOne 2011 talking to community leaders. And so I've got Bruno Souza. Hi, Bruno.
Hi, this is Bruno, and I'm one of the community leaders for the Java User Groups community at java.net.
Tell me where you're from, as if we can't tell because of your flag.
Yeah, so I'm from Brazil, and I was founded and helped run one of the largest Java user groups in the world. That's Java User Society, so Java. That's is based in São Paulo and have presence in several cities in Brazil.
Okay, when you say largest in the world, tell me what numbers we're talking here.
Well, there's some larger user groups larger than us, but we're about 40,000 people.
Okay, 40,000 Java developers.
Yeah, well, there's a whole lot of Java developers out there, right?
Right.
They say 90 million developers, so
yeah.
I think that's Java is a very thriving community. There's a lot of interesting people. There's a lot of developers out there, and I think the Java user groups today they kind of conglomerate maybe I would say like 200,000 developers around the world, and I think that's a pretty impressive number for user groups. And I think that, but there's room to grow more, right? We have to reach a few millions being members of user groups. That would be great.
Absolutely. So you're here at User Group Sunday. Tell me a little bit about what you guys are talking about.
So we're talking about exactly this, right?
Yeah,
how do we grow the user groups community? How we can bring more value to the Java developer? How we can make more actions to reach more developers? How we can promote Java and help grow the excitement of Java. So Java user groups are all about us, developers having fun, developers meeting each other and getting together. We all know that we're talking about Java. One of the topics that we're talking here is that developers are like shy group, right? So we all know that it's hard to get relationships and networking. So I think Java user groups are a good place for you to go have a beer, go eat pizza, go discuss some technology with your friends, and actually meet people, right? So it's a great place.
Okay, so if I'm an individual developer, I'm working with Java or I'm just new to it, how do I get involved in a JUG?
So the easiest thing to do is go to java.net on the Java user groups community, and you go there, you find if there is a user group in your area. And then you get in contact with a user group if there is one in your area. If there is not one in your area, maybe you can just invite a couple of friends to go have a beer, and maybe you can want to start a user group, right? So I think that's the first step is to see if there is a group already established that you can just join and participate. Every user group needs help from its members to run. We are all run by volunteers, and so anytime you can devote to your user group, if you want to give a talk or if you want to help out in organizing an event, any time spent with the user group is very valuable time.
Okay, great. So I'm going to switch gears here a little bit because you have many roles in the Java community, and one of them is you're now a member of the JCP, the Java Community Process Executive Committee, right?
More or less, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're not switching roles too much. So Java, right, was elected, and it was indicated by Oracle, and it was elected for it was ratified, I would say, for a seat in the EC, the JCP, and so I'm representing SoJava. So we're still talking about user groups. So SoJava was the first Java user group to join the JCP a few years ago, and we are now together with the London community. We're two groups that were voting into the JCP now. So we are bringing to the Java community process a little bit of the view of the end user, right? The end developer that's having to deal with the technology, they're having to use the standards, have to use all the products, and what those developers are thinking about in the future of Java. So that's our role in trying to bring that into the JCP.
So how's it going so far?
So the JCP is a very interesting thing. I think that it's interesting that Java user groups and the JCP are less technical environments, right? Because we're as Java user groups, we're creating events, we are organizing parties, we are organizing meetings. So there's nothing to do in terms of technology, right? We're just kind of enabling the technology, and the JCP is the same thing, right? There's a lot of discussions about the process itself and governance and things like that. Because and then. The real technology happens inside the expert groups, not inside the EC, the executive committee, right? And it's an interesting thing. So it's very, very political. but it's really the process that evolves the technology. And I think the JCP is fundamental for Java because it is the place where big players and small players and us, right? You know, even us, the individual developers and user groups, that we can come together and we can discuss and we can all agree on how the technology should evolve. And you think about this, it's the role of the standards process in bringing all those diverse parties together. It's a very, very important role. And you know, I don't think that Java would be such a wide adopted technology and such pervasive especially in the corporate world and everywhere, if it was not the effort being done in JCP. So I think that, you know, it's one of those things that it's you have to do it, right? And I'm very glad you participate in this process. It's refreshing to actually see the discussions that are going on in terms of bringing the process to be more transparent, less heavyweight, in helping out the developers to participate, making things clear so the companies can participate in a better way. And I think that's we're doing fine. There's a lot of things to be discussed in the JCP. We're just starting. There is a series of steps that we're still gonna need to take. There's some heavyweight discussion that's still going to happen, and there are some corporate interests from different big players, and you know, some special ones particularly that are very powerful in the JCP that we might have to bend a little bit. And
a little sausage making is happening, right?
Yeah, exactly. So there will be all these kind of things, and I think it's part of the process. And I'm very glad that we are actually able to participate. We are actually able to contribute. We are actually able to be there. Sometimes it's one of those things that the fact that you're there already changes things, right? Oh, even if you don't, you know, it's of course it's a large thing, right? It's a large process with a lot of legalese, a lot of legal documents, and so sometimes even if you're not able to participate in the fine details, the fact that you're there, you're paying attention to what's going on, you're broadcasting this, already changes how everyone else participates, right? Mm-hmm. So I think this is kind of part of the beauty of the standards process, because the more transparent we make, the more everyone behaves, right?
Wow, that's cool. I'm glad you're really involved. One last question. Tell me about the mood in the Java community. How do you sense it?
So I think that's a lot of things have happened in the last few years. You know, Sun, with the problems that Sun had, and then Oracle taking over, and that kind of slowed down and put a freeze on the excitement around Java. And we know that some other technologies around were, I mean, you know, more exciting, let's say, like this. But I think that a lot of things have happened in Java in the last couple of years. So, and I think this is very good. You know, I think that the developers are asking. We in our user group, we have large crowds coming back to our events. There is, you know, Java is the most used development technology in the world right now, right? So it's not something that just disappears, right? So I don't think it's in any risk of disappearing at all. But I think there is a new wave of excitement right now. I think the OpenJDK helped a lot of that. You know, we have the Java open source, really open source now. The refs implementation of Java is open source now. So I think this brings a new wave of excitement into the technology. So I think right now things are doing good.
Great. Thank you very much, Bruno. I appreciate it. I know you're a busy guy, but if you're here at Java One, look for the man with the flag, and you can talk to him all about Java user groups and what's going on in the community. For the Oracle Technology Network, this is Tori Wielt. Thanks. Bye.